Hey you guys, Cori here. I came down to the floor to film this video because Thor was nicely sleeping and relaxing in his bed and I didn't want to disturb him. I'm watching him while his mom is away in Europe. So it's October. That means I've been 30 for 6 months so far, and I wanted to share with you the best thing I've learned about being 30. Coincidentally, it's also the scariest thing. And that is knowing that I'm in complete control, pretty much, of the way I spend my days and then the way that I spend my whole life, basically. So I'm the only one in charge of making these decisions, which is liberating and also sometimes terrifying. I remember when I was in my 20s and I was working in my corporate job before I decided to leave. And I was so afraid because I knew that I thought that I had to choose one thing that I would be for the rest of my life. And I think always growing up and as we go through school, we think we have to choose one career, one job that we're going to do for the rest of our lives, or at least for like 10 years, and maybe we'll switch someday. And being 30, I realized that in the past week, I've made money from teaching yoga, from tutoring a high school student in Spanish, and then from doing some little marketing projects on the side. And I found a way that in every day, or at least in every week, I'm able to do work in an area that I love. And I think the best thing about being 30 or in this age is that we realize that we don't really have to choose. Even if you do have a full-time job doing something that you love or don't quite love so much, there are more hours in the day than we think, especially if we're using them wisely and planning them out. Then the hours that you aren't working, if you say that you work 8 hours a day, if you work 12 hours a day, it gets a little trickier, but really intentionally planning out your day and finding the best way you can use those hours to do what you love. It makes you feel a lot more connected in your life and feel like you're accomplishing things that are on your list of dreams and your goals. So I think that's the best thing that I realized about being 30, and also the most kind of freakishly responsible thing is knowing that the way that I go about my day is totally based on me and what I want to do and what I choose to do. And of course, it's not always fun and games and playing with Thor on the floor. It's sometimes a lot of work, but it's usually more worth it when I find that I'm sticking to what I intentionally set out to do and living out what I've dreamed of doing. So that's the best thing about being 30 so far. I'll keep you updated as the year goes on. Thanks for watching. Namaste.